Welcome to the Midnight Gaming Council. I am your host, Chris Patters, and here with me tonight is Patters and Vrbanac. How's it going, man?
Not too bad.
That's good to hear.
It's been a while.
It has been a while indeed. Lots of things brewing up here in the Midnight Gaming Council, but we've always got time to chat about games and do our podcasts and whatnot. And in the background is Brad Sweeten playing Monster Hunter Online. World, sorry. Either way. He's playing on your account, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sick, he's helping you out.
He's slaying some best boys.
Very nice. I'm the only one that doesn't play Monster Hunter here, so I have no idea what he's talking about. But regardless, it looks like a fun game. On a nice big tally in the background there, which would usually have the Midnight Gaming Council logo, but now we've got it on our trusty tablet here for everyone to see and know what they're enjoying and listening to. So, for tonight's episode, and the topic is the fucking Spyro the Dragon Remastered Trilogy, which has just been announced for PS4 and Xbox One.
Was it actually announced, or was it just all rumours and all bullshit?
No, this trailer that got announced, and the announcement from everywhere is now official.
Yeah.
So the last week or so there were some, little snippets of rumours and things, and like apparently IGN got sent something from Activision. It was like a purple egg, something like that. Spyro's Twitter's been doing some shifty things. So yeah, finally. It's been announced. It's actually happening.
It's going to happen.
It's actually happening. It is coming out in September. And hopefully we'll see more at E3. But what we did see was, a trailer for it. And some screenshots that got released for it as well. And just, straight off the bat, it looks like an awesome dream come true. Yeah. Nostalgia overload. We'll just get all those out of the way, obviously.
I think the nostalgia overload is going to be better and greater than it was for the Crash remaster.
I think so too, because the hype is... it's following that hype train essentially. Yeah. Everyone was over the moon when Crash got remastered, and this is pretty much the same deal. The games came out at a similar time, both PS1 exclusives, and everyone loves Spyro and Crash. Well, most people do. If you don't, shame on you, especially for Crash. Everyone loves Crash, right?
Yeah.
Everyone loves cute little Spyro Dragon too.
Yeah.
So, what was your first Spyro game?
I think I had the first Spyro, like when I first got my original PS1.
Uh-huh.
I'd had about 50 or 60 burnt games, which I'd gotten the burnt games prior to getting the PS1.
Oh, so you have to wait for your console?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Had to wait for it to get modified.
Yep, and then you'll be able to play those games.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I had Spyro amongst all of my burnt games.
Yes, and you would have dabbled in it.
Yeah.
And you haven't finished it though. You never finished the first game.
No.
But you have finished the others.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. Did you play the others when they came out, or was it a few years later? Or?
Yeah, I played them when they were current.
When they were current, yeah. Got them for Christmas or whatever, or when they came out. Same deal here. Spyro was one of the first lot of games I had with my PS1. Loved it. 2 and 3 when they came out, same deal. Same for a lot of people though. I guess a lot of people our age. If PS1 was their first console, a lot of people had it chipped. Yeah. So you had a lot of different games. A lot of people would have been exposed to Spyro because it was a very critically acclaimed game. Yeah. It's one of the most popular ones on PlayStation. One of the most popular franchises. Then next generation later, it went multi-platform and changed developers and this and that.
Then it became
Skylanders. Yeah, fucking Activision using Spyro's name on a new franchise and just sort of whatever. No, it was a bit. We've dabbled in Skylanders.
No.
Yeah, it is now dead and buried, thankfully.
Yeah.
After about 6 games or something, and Spyro became less relevant in those games, and he hasn't been around for a few years. No. So what a way to come back.
Yeah.
With a remaster of the games that people want.
Yeah.
The ones that people care about, and what makes Spyro the Dragon Spyro.
Yeah.
Even though there would be people who had played it on PS2 first, and probably didn't get to play the first games.
Yeah, PS1 games.
This is a great way for them to experience it. And looking at the trailer that came out in screenshots, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Looks like they put some work into this.
It's probably, I'm guessing they'd put as much effort into it as they would have with the Crash remaster.
Yeah, which was
they're going to cheap out on.
No, it was like a full ground up. Yeah. Like it's a remake essentially. Yeah. Remaster's not the correct word here. It's just an easy tag to use these days. Yeah. Because there's heaps of remasters out there and whatnot. But this is a fully fledged remake.
Yeah.
From the ground up of the first game. So I read a thing that the devs released. Toys for Bob are the games that are making this Spyro remaster. They did the Skylanders games as well. I think they did most of them, if not all of them. They said that basically they were, from memory, they developed a program or a tool that allowed them to get assets from the original Spyro game, and then put it into like the new engine and sort of had like a base to work from. So like the original level sort of meshes, I guess you could say, the original models of the characters. They could like just draw over it, I guess.
So instead of having to completely remake everything, they're able to reuse and recycle
the actual sort of assets.
The old assets.
Yeah. So instead of having like a photo of or the game running next to you and trying to copy sort of what it is, you use that to sort of just put the new graphics over it, the new sound.
So they'd use the old textures and the old assets, and whatever program they use, the program itself would probably upscale.
Yeah, probably just to make it more usable or whatever it could grab. Not sure and privy on the details, but yeah, they had a good base to work from. I think they did the same with Crash 2, where they had the level sort of original designs and level meshes, and they use those to recreate levels. And the Crash remaster is pretty faithful. It's actually pretty much exactly what we expect. It's got the the graphics, it's got the gameplay, it's got the levels.
It mimics the frustration of
it did, didn't it? Yeah, you think with modern controls and stuff, it'd be easier to play. It's really not. They've
equally
as frustrating. They tweaked it enough to sort
if
of,
not more.
Yeah, probably.
Now that we can understand video games a whole lot more.
It's weird that actually, because as a kid you think, oh, well, I'm just a kid and I'm going to be shit at it. But now it's still annoying, like Crash Bandicoot. So it's just a challenging game, I guess.
Yeah.
All around. Spyro's not so challenging though.
No.
It's much more of a casual and laid back sort of game. Like if you know what you're doing in the game, you can just fly through it. There's barely any moments that you're going to struggle with, really. I mean, there were some jumps though in some of the games, like some places you had to get to or some things you had to do that were a bit frustrating.
Jumps and glides.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to time those right as well.
There were some like the time trials.
Yes, the flight ones.
Where you got to fly through and then you've got to like destroy like five of certain things to increase the time.
To get the time, yeah. There'd be like 5 objects or something.
Yeah.
I can't name any levels off memory, which is a good thing because the game's sort of going to be fresh again when I play them again when it comes out. When was the last time you played Spyro, actually? Either of them, like, properly?
I played it when I had my Vita.
Okay, yeah, so probably a couple of years ago?
A couple of years ago.
Oh, 3 years ago, yeah?
3 years ago, I had them downloaded.
Yep. And played it a bit there, yeah? Yeah, that would have been pretty cool, actually, to play them on the Vita. The Vita's pretty cool like that.
Yeah.
I last played them in 2012, which it was a while ago now. And then before then, it was 2005. So we were in year 9 then, 2005. Then it was 7 years later, and then it's almost 7 years again. But it almost feels like yesterday that I played them again, but I have forgotten a lot of stuff that happened. So yeah, it's going to be a good experience when it comes out in a few months. It's April now, so 5 months.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it's good stuff. Don't have to wait like all the way to Christmas or whatever.
No, yeah.
So just some more things that I read about the game. With the music, it's not going to be exactly the same. They're re-recording it, but they're sort of, I guess, doing the same thing they're doing with the graphics, where they're just going to expand on it and just maybe add a couple of things. And yeah, they're staying faithful to the original soundtrack apparently. So that'll be interesting to see, because the soundtrack is one of the things that really hooked me on the first game. That was magnificent. 2 and 3 were good as well though. They're very similar to the games though, like in comparison to the first one.
Yeah.
First one's a bit like, because it's the first one, it's always going to be a bit different. And they sort of perfect it with the sequels. So, yeah, I guess, let's talk about what we can expect from the game. So, yeah, graphics are going to be, 1080p, perhaps 4K on the Pro consoles and stuff. They look really colourful. They look really nice.
I mean, I'm interested to see, with, kind of like when they did the Crash remaster, how much detail they put into the Wampa fruits.
Yeah, so if they're going to do the same with
the gems.
With the gems and stuff. Yeah, it's a good point. So the Crash one is a good idea, or a good way to base our expectations and what we kind of want. So yeah, the graphics are just awesome in that. They're really bright and colourful, and this is going in a different art direction, but the detail will hopefully still be there. In the trailer there was some comparison shots, and like some of the levels are just like they're completely different, like locations, and actually. The game's almost 20 years old now. It's 20th anniversary this year of Spyro, and when I got my PlayStation as well, so that's good shit. But the older games now look so bare and sort of old, but our memories of the games when we play it, we don't think of that. We just think of, fuck yeah, this game's awesome.
That's why you get people who are brought up with like the PS4 as their first console, and then they play the PS1 game, and they're just like, what the fuck is the issue? Why the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Where's the graphics?
Yeah.
Where's the controls? Like, yeah, just
fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. They don't understand, but to us, it's just normal.
Yeah.
Like, and we've been progressing through these generations of consoles now.
And seeing how the graphics and all that have improved.
Yeah, like just
gotten better.
Yeah, same with controls and just features and things like that. Yeah, so for them to go back to playing, the old first Spyros, they'll be like, oh, this feels crap or whatever. But this will feel like a modern, hopefully, will feel like a more modern game.
Yeah.
Even though the devs said they are going to try and stay faithful to Spyro's controls. So like how much he jumps, how much he glides, how much he runs, just the speeds and stuff, which is probably the most important thing, to be honest.
Exactly what they did with the Crash one as well. It's how he controlled, how he moved, and like the whole jumping and.
Yeah, it was pretty much as we knew it.
Yeah.
We could go in the levels in the game confidently and sort of be like, yeah, this is exactly how we should. How we should feel, and of course it feels better because of the new controllers, the games and stuff. So and things like auto saving.
Yeah.
Remember in the first game you couldn't there was no auto save. You had to physically go on the platform.
Go on the platform of the dragons that you'd rescued.
Yes, exactly. Which last time I played the game, I forgot to do that for like 5 hours, and I lost 5 hours of progress. I was like, fuck. So when I went on the next day and just smashed through what I did, and did it. Yes, it hasn't ruined my memory of the game, thankfully, because I was worried that I'll remember too much from the game, and haven't played it twice in 2 days essentially. But it's just frustrating.
A bit off topic, that was me with like the original like Final Fantasy 6 or 7, where you needed to manually save it, and it doesn't auto save. And like, if you're playing it for like 6 or 7 hours, and you forget to save it, and then you die, and you're like.
Yeah. It was a big thing about games from that era. The autosave wasn't really a thing, and because not everyone had memory cards either, so it just wasn't. Some games had codes and shit. That's very frustrating. So a Crash had that as well. Crash 1, where you could only save certain levels. Fuck that. So they're going to get rid of that, or they're going to fix that, I guess, with the Spyro one, where they'll have autosave. And another thing too, which I didn't really think about in the old games, because you didn't have to play the game with the analog sticks. It was made also for the controller without them. So to control your camera, you use the L1, R1, or whatever. Yeah, so these days, obviously, it's natural just to use the analog stick as a camera. So
you use your left one to move and then the right one to do
to the camera angles and stuff. So I'm sure they'll be adding that into it as well. That just makes sense, to be honest. Otherwise, I'm sure it'll stay faithful to the originals. One thing I did notice and would like to point out in the graphics is with the art style they've gone for. It's more, it's different from Crash's, but it's sort of stylized, and it kind of looks like the old games where it's like shit graphics, where it's all blocky, sort of straight, and like, the 3D isn't quite as good and whatnot. They've basically made that in a modern sort of way, I guess. Which looks really interesting. It looks all bright, colourful, and just a lot of detail, which is really cool. So anything else you're hoping to get from the game, or hoping they change?
One thing I used to find absolutely frustrating is when you're trying to be completionist and you're clicking all the gems in a level, and then you get to the end of the level and you're like missing one gem. You've got to go back through and find where that freaking one gem is.
I had that problem when I was playing it last, and it was like one of the first levels, and I forgot there was a secret area. And I got impatient. I went on Google. Hated myself for it because I'm like, I should have known that. But there was no clues, no cues as to. Actually, no, in the later games there was. But not in the first game. You're right.
So in the first game there was no cues or anything like that. It's just like you
couldn't work out how to find your missing gems.
But
in the later ones you could use sparks, I believe, to do it. I just remembered that sparks like pointing, looking in different ways and stuff. That was pretty cool. But the gems weren't as important in the later games.
No,
I don't think.
So in the second and third ones, you've got to get the gems so you can pay off money bags.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, fucking money bags.
Pay off money bags so you can get your bridge or open up levels or
get powers and stuff.
Get power ups.
Well, we are talking about all the Spyro games here, not just the first one, which is my favourite. Is it your favourite as well? Or?
Yeah.
I absolutely love the first one. But 2 and 3 are equally as good. So fucking money bags. And a bunch of new characters that came in too as well.
Yeah, so there was
Hunter.
Hunter, yes.
He was cool. He's great. He's a dumbass, but everyone loves him. And then
there was that the pet penguin.
Yes, in 3 it was Sergeant Bird or something.
Yeah,
I think it was Sergeant Bird.
Little fucking penguin that shoots out rockets.
Yeah, he's got a jetpack. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And there was the kangaroo.
Yeah,
forgot its name.
I have no idea.
Jack or something. I'm going to assume Jack. Joey. I don't know. Something like that. But it was kangaroo, which I'm pictured jumping really high, like it had a really high double jump or something.
There was the Sparks levels.
Yes,
Sparks.
you could play as Sparks in number 3.
So that was just like a top-down shooter. Top-down.
Yeah, like a
shooter.
top 2D sort of thing. Yeah, which is
Yeah.
pretty neat. I'd be interested to see what those look like in the remasters, because they weren't obviously that detailed in the other games. Like maybe they'll change it so it's a 3D view or something. Maybe an option. You never know. Another thing that might be interesting too is all the water stuff. There was no water levels in Spyro 1, 2 and 3 there were.
Yeah.
Just to see how that feels and how it goes. For a PS1 game, it actually wasn't that bad in the water.
Yeah.
It didn't feel too frustrating.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that you just the way to control it and stuff, that was all good.
Yeah.
And actually, I've now forgotten what I was originally going to ask about the games. But yeah, we are talking about 2 and 3. So, yeah, the characters. I don't think they'll add any moves to Spyro. I think it'll just be what he does. The head bash.
Because they didn't really add, like with the Crash one, they didn't really add in anything relatively new to it besides new features and stuff to make it different.
For the remaster or the games?
For the remaster.
No, honestly,
So like
not really.
So like they added in auto saving.
Auto save for the first one, and that's kind of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Everything else is just like improved.
Yeah, so I
sound
reckon
and
that's probably
gameplay.
what they'll do with this one, where they'll completely improve everything. Do
Yeah.
like auto saving for the first one, and then I don't think they'll add in anything new.
No, I don't think so either.
If they want to stay true and faithful to the series and just bringing back what we want.
It's definitely something they wanted to make a point of the developers, that they do respect the games.
Yeah.
And they, you know, it's hard with a remaster because it's like, well, yes, everyone loves to see an old game sort of looking better, but
Yeah.
like, what's the point of remaking a game when it's going to be exactly the same as the old games?
Yeah.
Just go play the old one, yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see when we play it, just what we think of it. You know, if we'd rather play this one with the originals or
Yeah.
what have you. I mean, we'll probably end up liking this one, but I'm hoping that, because if the game's good enough, you'll be able to play the newer one and separate it from the old version.
Yeah.
And still play the old version. Be like, yeah, fuck, this is the original game, and
Yeah.
it feels different, and it doesn't make you wanting to play the newer one,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Because the old games aren't shit. Like you
No.
can still play them today, and
Yeah.
they're great.
Yeah.
Like maybe the controls in one are not outdated, but they're just
Yeah.
it's a bit floaty and stuff. But yeah, it's good shit. So yeah, what other? Oh, this is what I was thinking of. What's that elf or chick or something in Spyro 2 and 3?
Oh, shit, right.
The one that I forgot her name. Is it Eleanor or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. She's like the first person you'd speak to when you exit the first level in 2. Well, she might be there when you start. But either way, yeah. It'd be interesting to see what the characters look like.
The models.
If they change, like
I reckon models for the characters they'll probably just completely redo. So like textures and all that sort of stuff, the levels and whatnot, they might just reuse and recycle. But the models for the characters, I reckon they're going to completely.
Yeah, they'll have like the reference pictures and stuff,
Yeah.
but yeah, they'll just remake them with like, I'm expecting like clothes and stuff to be similar, but to have extra things, I guess. So like, I don't know if Moneybags has like a handkerchief or something in his pocket, like maybe that'll look better, or whether he has he wears a hat, I think, doesn't he? Maybe sometimes he does, but yeah, just little things to add and see what they look like. Because Spyro looks pretty much exactly the same.
So this is Elora the Fawn. Was it Elora?
Elora, that's right.
And then there's Zoe the Fairy.
Yes, the fairy, Zoe. Yep.
Hunter the Cheetah, the Professor.
The Professor, yes. These are from 2.
Yeah,
All 2.
there's 2.
No, they're all in 3 as well though. Plus the new ones, but yeah. That was it for 2. Yeah, like those handful of characters.
Ripto, Gulp, Crush.
Yes, Gulp and Crush.
Moneybags.
Moneybags, that's right.
Moneybags.
He's an asshole. Was it in 2 or 3 where you chase him down at the end and like get all your money back?
I think that's 3.
I think it might be 3 as well. Yeah.
When he gets sick of fucking Moneybags, fucking shit. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck you.
He just drops all his cash everywhere. Exactly. I think it could have been. It might have been both actually, because he was an asshole on both.
Yeah.
And I've been playing recently. I don't know if you played it. Spyro Hero's Tale. It was the one that was after Enter the Dragonfly.
So that's like Spyro 4.
5. This would be technically 5 then. Yeah. Hero's Tale. It had Hunter in it, Sergeant Bird.
Was that PS2?
It was PS2 era. Yeah.
I don't think I played that one.
It's all right for a Spyro game. Yeah.
See, it sort of put it as kind of like with Crash Bandicoot, where it went downhill after the first 3.
Sort of, yeah. I haven't played the Crash Bandicoots in a long time, the PS2 ones. But what let Spyro fall down was the game technically. Like, it had so much potential, but it was just awful frame rate and just awful controls, and it just didn't make you want to play the game. Otherwise, under the surface, the game had a lot of potential, and I was reading it was supposed to be like more levels and more bosses and stuff. It would have been a proper Spyro game. And Hero's Tale was better gameplay wise. So it's actually fun to play, even though it is frustrating in some bits. And then after that, it just sort of went wherever. Like they did the same as Crash too, where they really sort of went out there and just did some weird shit. And yeah, no one cared about the franchise for like 10 years. Then the Skylanders shit came out.
I think it went. The rock bottom for the Crash series for me was it Mind Over Mutant?
Was that the PS3 one? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I know what you're talking about, where they redesigned some of the characters and stuff as well. I remember you talking about that actually, and it didn't feel like a Crash game. Yeah, Spyro went through that phase too, where it was just sort of like, you start adding features and you change the designs of the characters, and like it just, it starts to lose what the game was all about. Yeah. Even for example, even though you can probably crush boxes in Mind Over Mutant. Yeah. Was it core to the sort of game in the old ways where you pick up Wumpa Fruit or whatever? Yeah, exactly. It was the same as Spyro when the gems, like in Hero's Tale, the gems don't really mean anything, they're just a currency. Yeah. And you don't need to collect gems and levels, you just go and do a task or whatever. And when you start changing the games like that.
As opposed to the second and third one where you need to collect the gems, where Moneybag says you need X amount of gems to progress further into the game.
Exactly.
Unlock this level. Yeah. And if you don't have those gems, then you can't progress further through. So that.
Yeah, it had a more integral aspect to it. Exactly. And I think each level did have what was it? The gem limit.
Yeah.
Or like a gem count or whatever. And then the newer ones, cap, sorry, like 400 or 500 per level, whatever. In this one, it wasn't even that. It was just like, there's gems everywhere. Just pick them up.
You've got a certain amount of gems to collect in each level. If you want to,
that goes towards the completion.
If you want to be a completionist,
exactly. Well, that was a big thing in the first one. That was the thing for the first one, and the dragons, and the eggs as well. That was like the third sort of those egg thieves. Yeah, it'd be good to see the redesigns of them actually, because I don't even. What are they supposed to look like? They kind of look like I don't know if they're people wearing robes, or if they look like some sort of animal that looks like that. Yeah, just the graphics from that era, just that's what they look like. I think they're supposed to be people though, or humans or some sort, and they're wearing like a robe and hiding or something like that. But it'd be interesting to see the gem redesign, whether they sparkle more and
they look better.
Sounds as well. So with the sounds, that'd be interesting to see what they do with it actually, because I don't think they'll reuse the same sounds obviously, but they will hopefully recreate the same sounds. I guess we'll see. Maybe for certain things they will just sound right. Like they'll use certain sounds to bring the true nostalgia back, with like maybe when you pause, that chime sort of sound will be the same or something, or just little things like that I guess would be nice. But the sound, music we touched on, that'll be a sort of, I guess, a cover of the originals. Yeah. In a way. It'd be nice if Stuart Copeland came back and did his magic, but he's already made a perfect soundtrack for the game, so it's kind of done his job there. One thing that's going to be really interesting too is with the levels. One thing I love about the game, and just games from that era, is the graphics are good enough so you know what you're looking at, but there's enough to sort of imagine more. Yeah. Just get your imagination going. Yeah. Same with draw distances. Like there's there's a limited draw distance, so it'd be nice to see what they've added in the backgrounds of the levels. Yeah. Whether there's clouds or rains, or there's just extra terrain, or just things like that, grass where there should be and shouldn't be, just things like that.
One thing I can sort of see them adding is with the Crash one. So back in the PS1 days, there's not really any internet to download stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
So with the remaster, they added in a DLC level.
Yeah, like a secret level.
Like a secret level that you can download and play. And I could sort of see them possibly doing that with the Spyro one, where with the age of the internet, them adding in like a free level or whatever.
Just certain things, like maybe cinematics or what have you. Yeah, they might. There might be some surprises in store. Because, at the ends of the games, there's those sort of slight bonus levels where you can pick up all those gems and stuff. Yeah, maybe there might be something extra like that, or maybe there'll be another bonus level as part of the game, or that's an interesting thought actually. And the game's coming out at a similar price too, which is good. I think EB, because, you know, EB like the fucking
EB
stooges and their maximum sort of price.
Maximum retail.
So at least we know what we don't like. At least we know we're paying extra for this per se. It's like $70, I think.
Yeah.
Which is pretty decent. Same as Crash. That was same deal. I suspect this will be a very big seller for Sony.
I reckon it might be more popular than the Crash one.
It probably.
The thing that got the Crash one was it was the first. So it was like the most anticipated because people sort of wanted it, but now that they've already gotten the remaster, and this is the sort of second one which is following suit.
Yeah,
I reckon it'll be more popular than
Crash one. Simply just because of the momentum that it's caused.
And I personally think Spyro is more popular than Crash. Personally.
Yeah, I don't know about that one actually. That's why they are both very popular, but in your experience, just with people you've come across and just exposure
Spyro,
and stuff. Probably equal with me in that, but I personally like Spyro more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll probably lend you to seeing and talking to other people who like Spyro as well and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a few months, whenever it gets released, I have a massive statue on pre-order of Spyro the Dragon. That will be
that's a big one.
A massive motherfucker, which is based on the front cover of the first one. It's a first full figures one for those who are interested and listen and know what we're talking about here. It's got like a backdrop and some gems, and it's very, very cool. We'll nerd out on that one when it comes out. So yeah, any final thoughts? Any final words on the Spyro remaster?
Keen.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. There's no other way to describe it. Just keen as fuck. The game's 20 years old, but it doesn't really feel like that long ago. That's that old of a game. Like, you got to think, when Spyro came out, a 20-year-old game was garbage.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't remaster or rebuild something from 20 years ago at that point. You'd have to like completely redo and remake the game. So it's amazing to think that it's actually happening.
To think that I was freaking 8 years old when that came out.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Just giving away our age here. That's alright. Gaming has no
old farts.
We're becoming veterans of the gaming industry, but I think we started at a good time with PlayStation. The era of sort of 3D graphics and gaming.
Yeah.
And then just wanting improvements of the games, like, I want better graphics and better sound or things like that. And, we're still on that path.
Seeing the improvement of gaming.
Exactly.
As opposed to the millennials that
have been very spoilt, I think.
That have been very spoilt and grew up probably starting at maybe PS3,
maybe late PS2, mid PS2 era. What's amazing too is like especially kids these days, the TV sizes. Like, when we were kids, TVs, like, we thought they were big.
Playing 4-player split screen on a
small
CRT TV,
and that was still like, this is fine. We can do this. Kids these days have 60 inches they can play on. It's like, wow, that would feel like a.
They wouldn't even really have like 4-player split screen. Like,
they're hogging more of the
like single player or multiplayer online. There's no split screen.
There's no compromises. There's no like shit graphics.
There's no like, stop fucking screen cheating. Stop fucking looking at my screen. Stop cheating.
There's no screen glare as well. It's just perfect. It's like from the get go. Yeah. It's like, they don't have to go through any hard yards like what you had to with like, no analog sticks or memory cards.
Yeah.
That was a big one. Jeez.
When you needed to delete stuff off a memory card because there was no more space, and you need to prioritize. I was like, can I really delete that?
Can I delete that? Have I finished it yet? Or when you go to save a game and your memory card's full, it's like, because you can't you can't exit to a main menu
to delete stuff.
Couldn't even do that on PS2. Like, geez, that was still a classic console in that regard.
Push the home button to get out of the game.
No, exactly. There was no home button. It was just PlayStation.
Yeah.
You can play some DVDs and CDs as well. But yeah, all right. Well, we'll wrap things up there. Thank you for being summoned to the Midnight Gaming Council.
That's right.
To talk important things like Spyro the Dragon. I'm sure we'll talk about him as the build up
when the game releases.
When the game is released as well, we'll dissect and
when there's more gameplay footage or whatnot.
And there's footage or just news or anything else. Like, we'll definitely do a statue one when the statue's out, and hopefully more on the way there, because fuck yeah, everyone loves Spyro.
Fuck yeah,
we certainly do.
Yeah.
And all right, sweet. Well, yes, thank you again for being on the show.
See you next time.
And fuck yeah, we'll see you next time. Whatever we talk about or whatever happens in the Midnight Gaming Council, whether it's you or Woozy, who was on the last one, or Brad, B-Rad, who is he is here playing Monster Hunter World. Almost called it online again. And good things to come in the Midnight Gaming Council. We'll see you guys later.
See ya.